it's Laurie. Just doing Crystals 101 on chakras, as promised last week. So, really, I suppose before we start talking about crystals, we really need to understand what chakras are. They're basically, we've got 7 major ones. They go from the base, which is just pretty much at the base of the spine. Then we have the next one, it's called the base chakra. Then we have the next one, which is just below your belly button, and that's called your sacral plexus. One above your belly button, and that's called your solar plexus. One in your heart, one in your throat, one in your third eye, and one at your crown. They all cover different colours, and they have different aspects, and they link to different organs in the body. So the base one, the major colour there is black, its secondary colour is red, and you usually would have anything to do with your personal safety, your physical body, so making sure your needs are met. That's pretty much what the base chakra is all about. So your home, your security, your comfort, your physical needs being met is all about your base chakra. The next one, your sacral one, is connected to creativity. It's also sexuality, all that kind of stuff. And the colour that's associated with is like a beautiful orange. And then the next one up is your solar plexus. That's quite often the seat of our emotions. Most people think it's the heart. It's actually our solar plexus. That one is like a beautiful yellowy browny colour. And then you've got your heart. The current colour for your heart is green. Secondary colour is pink. Obviously the heart is the seat of our love, unconditional love, not just for everybody else, but also more importantly for ourselves. One person we forget to love is ourselves. Throat is associated with all the pale blues, so things like sky blue, turquoises, that kind of colour is your throat. Then we've got our third eye. Third eye is associated with our intuition, also any psychic ability you may or may not have, and development, and that's colour is usually an indigo colour. Then we've got our crown, and that's related to either clear or purple. It's our connection to the divine, the God, the divine source, as I call it. So that's pretty much what the chakras are. They combine with those organs also in those areas. And then we have minor ones on our hands and also on the base of our feet, and there's other ones around, but I'm not going to go into that and confuse everybody too much. So it's really important that we kind of understand what the chakras do, how they can influence us and our health and general well-being. So pretty much they're regarded as little vortexes that go from front to back, and they spin. Each one will go in an opposite direction. So your base one may go this way, next one goes this way and up, and so on. So in order to make sure that we keep well balanced and healthy, those chakras should all be open and flowing, and just energy is constantly going. If they're out of balance, there's lots of different stuff which I'm going to go into at another date because it's quite in-depth. But just for today, I just wanted to kind of touch on the colour correspondences and some of the crystals you can use. So with the base, if somebody's a bit insecure or they're very fearful or very nervous, that kind of stuff around their own needs, really good grounding crystals can help with that. I would only ever use these from the waist down. I wouldn't really have them wearing them as jewellery on here or in your ears, because sometimes they can be a bit too much and too heavy and just can cause headaches and other issues for us. So some of the good crystals for the base chakra would be things like garnet or black tourmaline. Just trying to think, they're probably two of my favourites that I like to use. You can also use ruby, those kind of jet, onyx, all those kind of obsidian. They're all really good for the base chakra, and they just help strengthen our sense of personal safety and security, that our needs are being met. The next one is your sacral plexus. This is a lovely orange. I love carnelian. That's one of my favourite stones for that particular area. You can also use orange calcite. There's a number of orangey coloured stones that you can use. And again, we feel that we're out of balance in that area, it could be some people may have a sex addiction, other people may have, just find that they're stuck, they can't move forward in their creativity and that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm having a issue with speaking, but creativity can be stuck. So carnelian, either wearing it, carrying it, having it in your pocket will be really useful for that kind of thing. Next one is the solar plexus. I always think this is as important as our heart, because it's the seat of our emotions. So you could use here things like yellow calcite, tiger's eye, any of those kind of stones. Again, if you have some digestive issues because you're not expressing your emotions, or you can't find the right way to use it or express, then sometimes that can cause us to either be a little bit irritated in our digestive system, or it can cause us to be, irritable bowel, that kind of stuff can come out. So I have a loose hair here. So that kind of thing. So again, tiger's eye or that kind of stuff would be really, really good for that area. Heart, as you can see, I'm actually wearing labradorite today, which my beautiful stepdaughter bought for me. Good stone to have, it's good protective stone. But for our heart, good stones I love to use would be aventurine, green aventurine, obviously rose quartz, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, any of those beautiful, lovely pinky tones, any of those beautiful pale greens are just fabulous for the heart. There are a couple that you can use if there's specific issues. Some people would also use malachite. I would use it very carefully. Malachite can actually cause, if there's stuff that's locked in our heart through trauma, through upbringing, different various issues that we've experienced in our lifetime, and they've been stuck there for a long time, malachite can be too aggressive a stone. It can pull on that stuff, really clear it out, but if you're not ready for it, it can be very overwhelming. So I would use that very, very carefully, and only when you know what you're doing. So any of those beautiful light greens, pinks would be beautiful for the heart. Blue lace agate, turquoise, aquamarine, any of those beautiful pale blues, gorgeous for the throat. Again, if you're having throat issues because you can't speak your truth, you feel that you can't verbalize what you need to say to somebody, or in general, if you're a little bit shy, that kind of thing, it allows you to open up your throat and speak your truth. So really beautiful stones. Also, if you tend to get a lot of throat problems, like sore throats and stuff, blue howlite, any of those, again, on the throat, you can wear them on a pendant, on a chain, anything like that. You can also buy gem elixirs made out of those. Gargle with those, they're really good too. That all helps with throat problems. Third eye, so this is here, and it's just above your brow, between your two eyebrows, and it's the seat of our intuition and regarded as a psychic centre. So really, we talk about indigo blue, so you could look at sodalite, you could look at fluorite, some of the fluorites, rainbow fluorite is very good. Those sort of stones will open up that. Again, if you're finding you're getting a lot of those headaches here, it could be that something's trying to come through and you're not ready to look at it yet, or your centre's trying to open. It's good to just use that. You can just lay the little stone on your forehead, and that can help with that. Most important is the crown. This is our connection to all the divine source. It's our connection to the angelic realms, our connection to our higher self-conscious, all that kind of stuff. So amethyst is awesome for that. I personally like clear quartz, and I find that's a really good crystal to use. So like I said before last week, I don't want to waffle on too much. I'd like to keep these pretty short. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to post them underneath, or you can go to my Facebook page, Grids by Crystal Laurie, and I'd be really happy to talk to you by a PM on there, no problem. So look, that's pretty much what the chakras are about. I will go into them in more in depth one by one. So this is just like a really quick overview. Somebody was asking me if I had to pick my 10 favourite crystals to keep. I would have to say clear quartz, must, definite must. Amethyst, definitely. Rose quartz, definitely. One of my personal favourites is Herkimer diamond. They are the most beautiful little stone. If somebody's feeling a little bit out of sorts, feeling a bit down in themselves, this beautiful clear little crystal, it's actually a variety of clear quartz, but it's double terminated and usually very small. They've got little inclusions usually in them, but I just find they're the most jolliest little stones. Just lift the spirits. Beautiful. So I'd have to have one of those. I think an agate, because I love the grounding, nurturing feel of agates. I'm trying to think, there's so many to choose from. Tanzanite has to be up there because that's one of my absolute favourites. Labradorite, of course, for protection is really, really good. Yeah, I think they'd probably be my starters if you're just on this journey. Another favourite of mine are these. They're called prehnite. It's a little pale green stone, and again connects to our heart chakra, and it's just the most beautiful, gentle energy. So as I say, don't panic. I'm only giving a brief overview today. I will go into them one by one and really more in depth. So the next few videos will actually cover each chakra one by one. So again, I hope you all have a most amazing week. It's Mother's Day here in Australia, so happy Mother's Day to anyone celebrating. I know it is in the USA too. Have a fabulous week. Wishing you all much love, and talk to you again soon, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.